Hello, so today I'm going to be talking to you about front post and back post double crochet. I'm actually working outside today because my son is doing his revision on the dining table, so we'll see how this works. Not sure about how the sound is going to work out, but this is front post and back post double crochet. And as you can see, it creates, on one side, it creates these nice stripes where you stack all your crochets on top of each other. On the back side you will see that there are lots of lines, and we'll see why that is in a moment, but depending on your pattern it depends on whether this side is the intended side, so this is the right side, or whether actually what you're looking for is these lines of V's on the right side of your work. So you need to look at the pattern to see what the intention is, but I'm just going to show you how it works to make the front post and back post double crochet. So I've deliberately made my stitches quite loose so that you can see what I'm doing, so they're quite gappy. Normally I would use a bit smaller hooks so that they weren't quite so gappy, but this just works better so that you can see what I'm doing. So here I've got just a row of regular double crochets, and I'm going to show you what the differences is if you're doing front post and back post. So let's just get started. Let's just pull out some yarn there. Okay, so let's get in the right place. So the difference really between a front post double crochet and a regular double crochet is about where you put your hook. So I'm just going to go ahead and chain one, and I'm going to do the first one because the first one is a bit weird, and then I will show you properly how it works. So basically, if I was doing a normal double crochet, what I would do is I would yarn over, and then I would put my hook into the top of this stitch here, so underneath the two parts of the V. And the difference between the front post double crochet is really, it's just where you put your hook. So you still have your yarn over here, but instead of putting it into that V at the top, you're going to put it underneath that post of the stitch, and then you're just going to complete your stitch as normal. So yarn over, bring it through, yarn over through two, yarn over through two, and that is your front post double crochet. So what you can see is it's lined up on top of the double crochet below. On the back, this V that was on the top is now kind of pushed around to the back. So on the back I've got that V there where I did that. So let's see it again. So yarn over from the front, underneath, and then complete my stitch. So yarn over through two, yarn over through two, and then just carry on down the row. So it doesn't matter if you've got single crochets that you're doing the front post around. You just put your hook underneath the post of the stitch as opposed to into the V at the top. That's the difference. So yarn over underneath the post, bring it through, yarn over, and carry on. So now I'm just going to carry on to the end of my row, and then I will come back and show you how the back post double crochet works. So we're just carrying on all the way to the end of the row. Right then, so how does our back post double crochet work? Well, it's very similar in that we're going to be putting our hook around the posts of the stitch. So as you can see, I turn my work over now, so I'm coming back down the row. So then I can see this row of V's where my front posts were, and I'm going to do back posts around this row. So I've already done the first one because the first one is a bit tricky and it's hard for me to show you how it works, but this is how it works. So basically we start out our stitch, and if you remember when we were doing front posts we were putting the hook in that way. Well, back posts we're putting the hook in from the back to the front, and if you can see, if you watch, that's how this V gets folded over onto this side of the work. So now we complete our stitch, so we yarn over and bring it through, and yarn over and through two, and yarn over and through two. And I'll show you again because the motorbike went past and I don't know what you heard. So yarn over from the back around that post, yarn over and through, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2. So just finish our stitch. So here the important part is, and you might find it easier when you do the back post to actually turn the work so that you can see where that post is. So yarn over and through 2. So this is the hardest part, is getting that yarn through there so that it's not twisted here with this one. So yarn over and through 2, yarn over and through 2. So yeah, so here, if my yarn is a bit weird, then it can be tricky to get that loop through. So yeah, so if you turn it over to it so that the top is facing you, that might be a bit easier. So there. Okay, and that is the back post double crochet. And the way to remember the difference between the two, front post double crochet, you're going from the front to the back. Back post double crochet, you're coming from the back to the front. Okay, so your hook starts out going from the front if you're doing front post, from the back if you're doing back post. And that is your front post and back post double crochet. So which gives you these lovely lines like this.